All right, boys and girls, and for my last technique, I'm going to use watercolor. So I did blue, I did red. Let's do yellow. I think, or green. Oh, green. I like green. You know why? Okay, so I have this palette that I have here actually is very limited. When I say limited, I mean it doesn't have a color. A limited edition. I get a lot of samples. For art supplies. I actually have a subscription that disgusting. I have a subscription where I get art supplies. I love it. And then I also like when I go to different, well, not that I've been anywhere, when I go to different things, I get different, like professional development. A lot of times they'll have stuff. Make sure. Oh, I like this color. It's like neon. I mean, look at this. Look at this green. This is perfect for graffiti art. I mean, think about graffiti art. There's so many like crazy colors. A lot of times spray paint's used. Oh, it's like a green yellow. I love this color. This screams graffiti. So anyway, so let's think about like graffiti art. Graffiti art, anything that's graffiti is usually because somebody did it without permission. So there's graffiti art and there's street art. So artists like Fetus, I don't know if that's actually his real name, or Banksy. Well, Banksy, no, he's because he does these crazy things. Fetus, I think, is actually a street artist. So there's street artists. We've done other, Chris Uphughes, he's a street artist. He did the hearts. You guys remember the hearts? He's like a happy artist. I'm going to be happy like Chris Uphughes. Those people get commissioned to do art out on the streets. They might be hired by a community to make the community more beautiful. Perhaps you've seen stuff like that in different parts of Hamilton and Trenton, where they'll hire artists to come in and paint things like on buildings and stuff. And the community will actually pay for that, and it's to beautify the place. Now, a lot of graffiti is associated with gangs and stuff, because a lot of gangs just tag their area to show that they're here. But there are graffiti artists who are actually artists who are not necessarily associated with gangs or anything like that. They like those people like the thrill of going in and doing graffiti art because it's illegal. It's a crime, but it's not a crime. I'm not really hurting anybody. I mean, it is kind of not nice to do stuff to people's property because somebody has to clean it. There's a whole thing on the subways in New York where the graffiti artists used to sneak into the subway yards when they were closed for the night or whatever, and they'd have to work really fast. And a lot of people didn't like the subways. They thought it was disgusting. It's not like that now, by the way. If you go to New York, it's actually. Now, with this color, I'm not going to use black because what's going to end up happening if I use black is it's going to look disgusting. So I'm going to add some different colors. Perhaps I should do samples. So let's see. So here's this green, yellow, right? If I add black to it, is this blue? No, that's blue. I don't even have black. Oh, I do have black. If I add black to it, it looks brown. That is disgusting. Nobody wants that. So on occasion, when I have a color, usually a yellow, and I want to darken it, instead of adding black to it, which is just going to blow your mind, add a darker green. So I established that this is a green already, and we'll use that instead. So It's the green family. I'm going to do that same thing I did before, where I did that line down across, made it nice and dark. So this is kind of evergreen, and this is going to work out better. Okay, so then I'm going to take this line, we'll call it line, right? There we go, and put that in. And look at how that looks. It looks pretty awesome. It looks like shiny, which is what I was going for. I was going for shiny look. So you see how I'm using, oh, that's not the color I wanted, silly. This one. So especially artists like Jean-Michel or I don't know. I think I'm saying it right. It would be, his name is definitely Jean-Michel. It's definitely French. And considering that his father is from Haiti, his father spoke French Creole and his mother was Puerto Rican, so he also probably spoke some Spanish. And that's done. Now the more water I add, the lighter this is going to be. So if I add a lot more water and a lot less pigment, that's actually the textbook classic way to make a tint using watercolor. So the more white shows through, the more that is a tint. So I'm going to go with that. This is probably the fastest version of this that I'm doing. I would usually take a lot more time. I'm actually kind of somebody who would, I don't know. No, I'm not. I'm lying right there. I actually work really fast. I can actually make some really good artwork in a short amount of time. Because when I went to school, I actually was I wanted to be like a commercial artist, work professionally. So it's like you really have to turn out a lot of artwork in a short amount of time. So I was able to get stuff done quickly. So I can't do that. There we go. It looks really shiny, doesn't it? Especially on screen. In life, it looks pretty impressive. So there you go. 3 ways, 3 mediums. Okay, I even did 3 colors. Tones, tints, and shades. All right, excellent. You know what to do. And make sure you hand your work in to me.